Welcome to the path to Buddhist wisdom, where each word we share is a step closer to understanding life's deeper truths. Today, I want to ask you something. Have you ever thought about how a single sentence could change your life, or even the world around you? Imagine this, a blind man sitting in silence, unnoticed by a crowd, until one small change in his words turns strangers into compassionate allies. In this video, we'll unravel the hidden power behind our words, exploring a story that will shift your perspective and inspire you to choose your words with intention. Stay with us, because by the end, you'll not only understand the profound impact of words, you'll feel empowered to use them to transform your life and the lives of others. Let's embark on this journey together. Right now, Glowing Star. PHN1, the story retold with depth and emotion. In a bustling market filled with chatter, footsteps, and the distant hum of vendors, an elderly blind man sat quietly by the roadside. His presence was subtle, almost invisible to the hurried crowd. Beside him lay an empty hat with a few scattered coins and a handwritten sign that read, "I am blind. Please help me." The words were simple, straightforward, and honest. Yet, they went unnoticed. People passed by, their minds consumed by their daily routines, their hearts unmoved by the silent plea. But not everyone ignored him. One young woman, dressed in business attire and clearly on her way to work, paused as she approached him. She noticed the man's sign and the meager coins in his hat. For a moment, she hesitated, then reached into her pocket and dropped a few coins into the hat. As she turned to leave, something made her stop. She glanced back at the sign, and an idea formed in her mind. Without asking for permission, perhaps because she knew he wouldn't mind, she picked up the sign, turned it over, and wrote a few words on the blank side with a marker she carried, placing the sign back where it could be easily read. She walked away, disappearing into the crowd. Soon, something remarkable happened. The once overlooked blind man now found himself the center of attention. People began to stop, read the new sign, and generously fill his hat with coins. By the time the young woman returned that afternoon, his hat was nearly overflowing. Hearing her familiar footsteps, the old man called out, "Excuse me, miss, were you the one who changed my sign this morning?" The woman smiled, knelt beside him, and softly replied, "Yes, I was." "What did you write?" he asked, his voice filled with curiosity. "I wrote the truth," she said gently. "But I wrote it differently. Instead of 'I am blind, please help me,' I wrote, **It is a beautiful day, and I can't see it.'" This small yet profound change in words transformed not just the blind man's day, but also the hearts of those who passed him. The simple act of rephrasing his plea connected with people on a deeper level, reminding them of the beauty they often take for granted. Part 2. Analysis and Commentary: The Hidden Power of Words. This story is a testament to the immense power of words. At first glance, the blind man's original sign, "I am blind. Please help me," seemed straightforward. It stated a fact and made a request. Yet, it didn't evoke a strong emotional response from the people walking by. Why? Because the words lacked a connection. They didn't invite people to pause, reflect, or empathize. The young woman's rewritten message, on the other hand, sparked an entirely different reaction. "It is a beautiful day, and I can't see it." These words shifted the focus from a statement of need to an emotional reflection of loss. It didn't just tell people the man was blind, It invited them to see the world through his perspective. Suddenly, the bystanders weren't simply witnesses to his plea, they became participants in his experience. The psychology of words. Words are more than just sounds or symbols. They shape our thoughts, stir emotions, and even influence our actions. When we hear a word, our minds instinctively create mental images. For instance, if I say sunset, you might picture warm hues of orange and pink painting the sky. Similarly, if I say storm, your mind might conjure dark clouds and pouring rain. This is the essence of why the woman's words resonated so powerfully. By painting a picture of a beautiful day, she evoked gratitude in those who could see it, and empathy for the man who could not. Words that heal versus words that harm. In Buddhism, the concept of right speech, part of the Noble Eightfold Path, teaches us to use words with mindfulness. Words can heal, inspire, and uplift. But they can also harm, destroy, and create distance if used carelessly. Let's consider two examples. Positive words. Imagine someone telling you, "You have so much potential. I believe in you." How does that make you feel? Likely motivated and encouraged. Negative words. Now imagine someone saying, "You're not good enough. You'll never succeed." The immediate reaction is one of doubt, sadness, or anger. The story of the blind man illustrates this perfectly. His first sign, though truthful, inadvertently evoked pity without creating a deeper connection. The new sign inspired compassion, a higher, more generous form of empathy. The ripple effect of words. Words not only impact those who hear them but also those who speak them. In fact, neuroscientific research shows that positive self-talk can improve mental health, boost confidence, and increase resilience. On the other hand, negative words, whether directed at ourselves or others, can have lasting harmful effects. This is why spiritual teachers, including the Buddha, emphasize mindfulness in speech. Right speech encourages us to speak truthfully, speak kindly, speak with a purpose that uplifts and inspires. When the young woman changed the blind man's sign, she exemplified right speech. Her thoughtful choice of words didn't just increase donations, it touched lives. Takeaway. The words we choose have the power to reshape perspectives, build connections, and inspire change. In the story, a few carefully chosen words didn't just alter the blind man's fortune, they reminded everyone passing by to cherish the beauty they often overlook. Part 3. Real-life examples and personal insights, the transformative power of words. Stories often reveal profound truths, and this one is no exception. The blind man's story reminds us of the unseen influence our words have on those around us. But what about in real life? Let's explore some examples and personal insights to deepen our understanding of how words can shape experiences and outcomes. 1. A tale from Buddhist teachings, the wise monk and the angry farmer. In one well-known Buddhist story, a wise monk meditated under a tree near a village. A frustrated farmer, overwhelmed by his daily struggles, accused the monk of laziness. He shouted angrily, calling the monk useless for not contributing to society. Instead of responding with anger, the monk smiled and said, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The farmer, confused, replied, "It remains with the giver." The monk nodded and said, "Exactly. In the same way, I do not accept your anger. It remains with you." The farmer, struck by the monk's calm and kind words, realized the futility of his own anger and apologized. This story demonstrates how mindful words, or even the choice to remain silent, can diffuse tension and transform a negative situation into a moment of clarity and growth. 2. A historical example: Martin Luther King Jr. and the power of words. Martin Luther King Jr., a leader of the civil rights movement, is remembered for his speeches that inspired millions. His words, "I have a dream," became a rallying cry for equality and justice. Why were his words so powerful? Because they painted a vivid picture of a better future. One that resonated deeply with the hearts of his listeners. Instead of focusing on anger or despair, his speeches uplifted and united people with hope. 3. A personal story: words of encouragement in the face of failure. When I was in my early years of learning about Buddhism, I faced significant self-doubt. I often felt overwhelmed by the complexity of the teachings and wondered if I was capable of truly understanding them. One day, a mentor told me, "Every journey begins with a single step, and even the Buddha started as a seeker." These simple words shifted my perspective. Instead of focusing on my limitations, I began to see myself as part of a shared journey of learning and growth. The encouragement gave me the confidence to continue, eventually leading me to a deeper understanding of Buddhist wisdom. 4. The power of words in modern relationships. Consider how words shape our daily interactions. In relationships, a heartfelt "I appreciate you" can strengthen bonds, while careless criticism can create rifts. For instance, positive example: a parent tells their child, "I'm proud of how hard you've been working." The child feels motivated and valued. Negative example: the same parent says, "You'll never get it right." The child feels defeated and insecure. Just as the young woman in the blind man's story transformed his fortune with thoughtful words, we too have the power to choose words that nurture and uplift. 5. Practical application: transforming your inner dialogue. One of the most impactful ways to use words is in how we speak to ourselves. Many of us engage in harsh self-criticism without realizing the harm it causes. Consider these shifts. Instead of saying, "I always fail," try, "I'm learning and growing." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," try, "I'm doing my best, and that's enough." By reframing your inner dialogue, you can build resilience and self-compassion, just as positive affirmations can uplift others. Bringing it all together: the blind man's story, Buddhist teachings, historical examples, and personal experiences all point to one universal truth: words have transformative power. Whether spoken to others or to ourselves, they shape perceptions, influence emotions, and guide actions. Through intentional speech, we can create connections, inspire change, and cultivate a more compassionate world, one word at a time. Part 4. Practical lessons and applications: transform your life with the power of words. Imagine waking up each day with the knowledge that every word you speak carries the potential to change lives, yours and those around you. That's the magic of mindful communication. And today, I'll share with you simple yet transformative ways to harness this power in your daily life. Step 1. Speak with intention: the art of mindful communication. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment and regretted it later? Or perhaps you've missed an opportunity to say the one thing someone needed to hear. Mindful communication is about pausing before you speak and asking yourself 3 questions. Is it true? Lies or exaggerations may provide short-term satisfaction but can erode trust over time. Is it kind? Even when delivering criticism, kindness can turn conflict into collaboration. Is it necessary? Sometimes, silence can be more powerful than words. For example, let's say a friend is sharing their struggles with you. Instead of saying, "That's not a big deal. You'll get over it, try. I can see this is really tough for you. I'm here to help however I can." This shift transforms your words into a bridge of understanding and support. Step 2. Reframe negative self-talk. Be your own best friend. How often do you criticize yourself? Our inner dialogue is a constant companion, yet we rarely consider its impact. Reframing negativity into constructive and compassionate self-talk is a game changer. Before, I always mess things up. After, I'm learning from every experience. And I'm getting better every day. The key is consistency. Positive self-talk isn't about ignoring challenges, it's about empowering yourself to face them with strength and resilience. Step 3. Build stronger connections, words that strengthen relationships. Words are the foundation of all relationships. Whether with family, friends, or colleagues, thoughtful communication can deepen bonds and resolve conflicts. Here's how. Express gratitude. A simple, "Thank you for being there for me," can make someone's day. Acknowledge effort. Recognize the journey, not just the destination. For instance, "I see how much effort you've put into this project, and it shows." Resolve conflicts with empathy. Replace accusations with understanding. Instead of saying, "You always mess things up, try. Let's figure out how we can improve this together." By choosing your words carefully, you create an environment where people feel valued and understood. Step 4. Let stories do the work. Inspire through examples. Stories have a unique ability to touch hearts and spark change. Think about the young woman in the blind man's story. She didn't just give money, she used words to rewrite the narrative, inviting others to feel empathy and take action. Try this in your own life. When someone needs guidance, instead of lecturing, share a story. For example, if a friend is feeling hopeless, you might tell them about a time you overcame a seemingly insurmountable challenge, highlighting the lessons you learned along the way. Step 5. The ripple effect. Make every word count. Imagine dropping a pebble into a still pond. The ripples expand outward, touching everything in their path. Your words work the same way. When you offer encouragement, the impact doesn't stop with the person you're speaking to. They carry that positivity forward, influencing their interactions with others. It's a chain reaction of kindness. For instance, a teacher who tells a struggling student, "I believe in your potential," plants a seed of confidence that could grow into lifelong success. The student, in turn, may inspire others in the future. Practical exercise. Transformative word journal. Here's a quick exercise to try. Start each day with an affirmation. Write down a positive statement to guide your mindset. For example, "Today, I will speak with kindness and understanding." End the day with reflection. Reflect on how your words made an impact. Did you uplift someone? Did you choose silence instead of anger? Over time, this practice will make mindful communication a natural part of your life. Closing thought. Your words, your legacy. Every word you speak is a thread in the fabric of your life. When woven with intention, compassion, and positivity, your words create a tapestry of connection and meaning that lasts far beyond the moment they're spoken. Let your words be a source of light in the world. Use them to heal, inspire, and transform, not just for others, but for yourself. Are you ready to unlock the power of your words? The journey starts now. Part 5. Conclusion. The power of words as a lifelong practice. As we near the end of this journey, let's reflect on the lessons we've explored and why they matter. Words are not just tools for communication, they are the foundation upon which we build our lives. our relationships, and even our identities. Think about the story of the blind man. It wasn't just the generosity of strangers that transformed his day, it was the power of a few carefully chosen words. Those words didn't just alter how people saw him, they altered how he saw the world. 1. Words as mirrors of our inner world. Every word you speak reflects who you are and what you value. Are your words kind and uplifting? Or are they careless and hurtful? By being intentional with your speech, you not only improve the lives of those around you but also cultivate a sense of harmony within yourself. The Buddha often taught that words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world. This truth remains timeless. 2. A commitment to mindful speech. Let's make a commitment together to speak with intention, to choose kindness over cruelty, and to use our words to build bridges rather than walls. This isn't always easy. There will be moments of frustration, anger, or impatience. But it's in those moments that the power of mindfulness shines brightest. Remember the 3 guiding questions. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? These simple principles can transform your conversations and, ultimately, your relationships. 3. Stories that stay with us. We've seen how stories, like that of the blind man, resonate deeply because they connect to universal truths. They remind us of our shared humanity, our capacity for empathy, and the profound impact of small actions. What story will your words tell? Will they inspire others? Will they offer comfort in times of need? Will they bring joy and connection to those who hear them? 4. A ripple of change. Think about this. Every kind word you speak has the potential to spark a ripple effect. Your words might encourage someone to pursue a dream, heal a broken relationship, or simply brighten a stranger's day. Over time, those ripples can create waves of positivity and change in the world. As the Dalai Lama beautifully said, just as ripples spread out when a single pebble is dropped into water, the actions of individuals can have far-reaching effects. 5. Your next step. As we close, I challenge you to take one small step today. It could be as simple as offering a genuine compliment, writing a note of appreciation, or practicing positive self-talk. Whatever it is, let it be a reflection of the values you want to live by. A final reflection. Words are more than sounds, they are seeds. When sown with care, they grow into connections, healing, and understanding. The choice is always yours. Choose words that uplift, inspire, and transform. Thank you for joining me on the path to Buddhist wisdom. Let's continue this journey together, one mindful word at a time.